For every attraction you see, we probably had 30 ideas in that general area of doing things. Only the people that were buried in the archives, the dead drawings at the WDI, can appreciate how many designs we came up with that got down to the few that we did finally build. The reason for that was Walt gave so much thought to what we would do and what we would not do on an attraction. So by the time something got up to where we were really getting serious about it, it had already been very well fleshed out, so that that was going to be a very, very doable job. Out of that group, there would usually be one that really was, this is going to be such a winner, that there was no more questions. It was just a case of just execute the whole thing, whether it was a $2 million job or a $100 million job. But once in a while, people will ask, they say, well, there's got to be at least something that didn't work. Many of you have never heard the word bob-along boat. How many in this room have heard the word bob-along boat? Aha! Oh, what? Oh, well, he cheated. He runs this outfit. No, that's an example, because there are very few things other than one unnamed ride here that didn't really work, which I won't mention.
Well, no, you can't do that. You can't tease us like that.
Oh, well, it had the same initials as the Rolls Royce, so what was the difference? Anyway, there was this little boat called a bob-along boat, which is going to be like a small boat about the size of this round table here, where a family of four could rent that and take a picnic and go out for the day on the lake down in Florida. But unfortunately, the boat was what I would call a committee boat. In other words, this bounced back and forth between Disneyland and Walt Disney World, different management levels. So there was not really an inspired job. Then it went down to George McGinnis to work on that. You all know George McGinnis. Did a design, and then the thing got handed off to me, and then we actually tooled up and made a full production version, and we only made one boat. We did a lot of testing here in California. We took it down to Florida. And it turned out the darn thing was doomed to never work, but we couldn't get anybody's attention because it was an executive order type project coming down, jammed into everybody, rather than an idea that just floated up and became logical. So if you ever read or hear anything about the bob-along boat, that is the only one that I know of that got that far and turned out to be a total operational failure. And it was a cute thing. I've got a lot of really nice black and white photographs of it, but it got buried so fast in some gravel pit, I think. That was the end of it.